Okay, this is 2.2, a droplet on the surface. The larger circle D, which is right here, it is a bolded circle, is a dilation of the smaller circle C. This is circle C. This point P right here is the center of dilation. So this is a new term, the center of dilation. We have 3 tasks to perform on this grid. We need to draw 4 points on the smaller circle. Make sure you do not make them inside the circle, but on the circle. And you're going to label them E, F, G, and H. You can look at mine as an example. So here I put point E, F, G, and H. You may make your points anywhere you want to on the circle. So pause here for a moment and go put your 4 points on the small circle. Okay, you should have drawn your 4 points. And now for number 2, you're going to draw the rays from P through each of those 4 points. So starting at P, this is going to be the vertex of all the rays. You're going to take your straight edge. My straight edge disappeared. Here it is. You're going to take your straight edge, and from P through each one of those points, E, F, G, H, you're going to draw a ray. So you can see I already did that for E, F, G, and now I'm going to do mine for H. So my ray is going to start at P and go through H, and I want to take it all the way close to the end of the circle. Go ahead, pause here, and draw your rays. All right, you should have your rays. Then number 3, you're going to label the points where the rays meet the larger circle, E prime, F prime, G prime, and H prime. So this is the larger circle. So here's E. Here's where the ray that goes from PE passes through the larger circle. This is E prime. Here's my F. Here's my F prime. Go ahead and pause here and do the same on your grid. I'm going to finish mine up. Here's my G prime, and here is my H prime. Now we're going to go to number 4. Number 4 says complete the table. In the row labeled S right here, write the distance between P and the point on the smaller circle in grid units. Let's pause and do that first. So when we talk about grid units, on the circular grid we start at P, and every time I hit one of the circles going out, that's going to be 1 unit. So this would be like 0. This would be the origin. This would be 1. This ring would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at point E, and how far away is point E from P, which is the center of dilation, in grid units? Well, starting at P would be 1, 2 units away. So I'm going to put a number 2 there for E. Go ahead and pause and fill out your first row for small. All right, what you should have noticed is that all of the small units, rather these points on the small circle, are 2 units away from the center of dilation. In the row labeled L, you're going to write the distance between P and the corresponding point on the larger circle in grid units. So now you're counting from P out to the large circle. And if I look here, I know that the large circle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units away from my center of dilation. So that tells me that E prime then is 6 units away. Go ahead and pause and fill out the row for L. You should have noticed that they were all 6s. I think you probably picked up on that pretty quickly. Now, the center of dilation is point P. What's the scale factor that takes the smaller circle to the larger circle? And explain your reasoning. Remember, to find the scale factor, you want to write a ratio. You are going to get 2 possible ratios. Pause here and write your ratios. Okay, with the numbers you have, your ratio is either going to be 2/6, which would simplify to 1/3, or 6/2, which would simplify to 3. So your scale factor is either going to be 1/3 or 3. Then you need to think, what's happening? Is my circle increasing in size or decreasing in size? In this case, they say it's going to take the smaller circle to the larger circle, which would mean the scale factor would have to be 3. Then explain your reasoning. Go ahead and finish that up, and then when you're done with that, move on to the next video.